Have you ever started a new Facebook ad campaign and seen great results initially, but they only lasted a few weeks or maybe even a few days? Well, in this video, I'm going to explain why that happens and what you can do about it to make sure that your Facebook ad campaigns consistently produce great results. And just for context, my agency has spent more than $50 million running Facebook ad campaigns for our clients, and we have run into this problem a lot and know exactly how to fix it. So why do Facebook ad results drop off? Well, there's one major reason why this happens. I'm going to give you the quick explanation to start with, and then going to go into more detail on how exactly you can go about fixing it, which is obviously the important part, right? So when you launch a Facebook ad campaign, you have a target audience. And whether you're using open targeting or you have some sort of targeting expansion like using Advantage Plus Audience or whatever, which the vast majority of advertisers are doing now, you have a really large potential audience. And what Meta is really good at doing is finding the best possible prospects for your offer. The people that are really into whatever it is that you sell, and they're into it right now, and Meta knows that based on their online activity, where they've got pixels on websites that are tracking purchases. They can see it on the activity they do based within Instagram, within Facebook itself, because of the sort of content they engage with. So really, really good at determining, oh, this person is really into fishing and they're in the market to buy fishing products right now. This ad for fishing related products, let's put it in front of this person, is likely to generate a purchase. So Meta's really good at doing that. And they start with the best possible prospects. So out of your 2 million person audience, let's say, they might find the 1,000 people that are super keen and you've got a really good chance of getting to convert, become a lead, become a sale, whatever it is you're looking to do. And they start by putting your ads in front of those people. Now, obviously, there are only so many of those people, the people that were literally researching products just like yours that morning. There's only so many of those to put your ads in front of that afternoon. So quite quickly, you burn through those people. So the longer you keep advertising, the more you'll use up what I call the hyper responsives. Those are the most responsive people to your marketing. And then they start advertising to people that are still really quite responsive, but perhaps a little bit less. And then you keep advertising longer and they're advertising again to people that are still quite responsive, but perhaps a little bit less. You can imagine, like, if your target audience is like one big circle, you've got the hyper responsives right in the middle, and then you sort of, the longer you advertise, the more and more you go out to different layers. The exact same happens as you scale. When you're saying to Meta, look, before I was giving you enough budget to advertise to 1,000 people and you found the best 1,000, well, I've now doubled your budget. I want you to put ads in front of 2,000 people. So you've got the best 1,000 in there, but then you've also got the next 1,000, which is still really good, but not quite as good. And then the more and more you scale, the more and more you move out into that circle. So that's sort of the very quick explanation for why this happens. We're definitely going to go into more detail because it's important. It's going to help you actually fix this problem and get over it. But that's sort of the general overview. And the really simple solution, like the one-liner that you could take away from this video, is that if you are running into that issue, your ads aren't good enough. You need to make better ads and improve your offers. Because what you're seeing is that your ads are good enough to get those hyper responsive people, the people that are so close to buying something just like your product or service anyway, and you just need that little nudge to get them over the edge. Your ads are good enough to get those people, but they're not good enough to get the people that are slightly less keen, and are slightly less keen, and are slightly less keen. And the better and better your advertising is, the more and more you're able to move out into other people within your target audience and larger target audiences, hence why you're able to scale when your ad campaigns are really, really good, because you can still get those people that aren't quite as keen to convert. Okay, so let's break this down and sort of flesh this out, go into a bit more detail and think about how we're actually going to tackle this problem and fix it. And to do that, I'm going to walk through the 5 stages of awareness. It's a marketing concept you may have come across before, but I think it's really valuable in thinking about this problem in particular. I'm going to use my business as an example. So we obviously, Facebook advertising agency, we offer Facebook advertising services. Just a little side, by the way, if you're interested in our done for you Facebook ad services, we can create, manage, optimize your campaigns for you. You don't need to worry about any of this. We'll help you get better results. There's a link in the description. You could book in a free, no obligation call with one of my team members to find out more. So if you're interested, go ahead and do that. Let's use our Facebook advertising services as an example, right? So in our target audience, who would be people that are unaware? So let's say someone's got a business, and this often happens when people start a business, and they just sort of expected customers, clients to sort of happen. I know I certainly did when I first started a business. That's how I got into marketing in the first place, was I started my own business and couldn't get any customers and realized, aha, I need to learn marketing as a skill in order to get these customers. And I turned out I enjoyed marketing more than I enjoyed the business and carried on in that way. So it's very common when you first start a business to think customers are going to happen. So that would be someone who's unaware. They're not even aware that they've got a problem, way off knowing that there's a solution or a particular product or whatever. They're just like, I think this is going to happen. The next stage on would be problem aware, So that would be someone who has just gotten that little bit further and gone, customers aren't just happening for my business. I need to do something about it. I have a problem. I'm not able to get customers. That's my problem. The next stage then would be solution aware, would be one stage on from I have a problem to starting to think about, okay, well, how would I go about, I know I've got a problem of not getting any new customers. How would I go about getting new customers? Oh, okay, I could do organic content. I could do SEO. I could run paid ads. I could knock on doors. I could do cold calls. They're starting to think about various solutions, and specific to my business, Facebook ads agency, they would need to be aware of the solution that is, oh, I could run paid ads to get customers for my business. That would be someone there who's solution aware. And then the next stage would be product aware. So this might be someone who is solution aware. They know they need to run paid ads. They then watch some YouTube videos. Oh, see some of my stuff. Oh, I saw, I watched Ben's videos about how to run Facebook ads. I can see that he also has an agency where they can just do this for me. They're now aware of the product, and what they might be doing at that stage is weighing up that product versus alternatives in the market. Okay. And then obviously the next stage down would be hot audience, people that have watched loads of videos, absolutely ready to convert, or perhaps people that have already bought, from our business, they've already used our services, they've signed up to our Facebook ads mastery program, and they're ready to ascend, people that are really very keen for our business specifically. Now, what you can see is that as you sort of go down that, it's much, much easier to get someone to convert lower down. So if we take our hot audience example of people that have bought, say, our Facebook ads mastery course with the community, if they've been in there, they've got great results, it'd be much, much easier to advertise to that person and get them to purchase our done for you Facebook advertising services. It would be slightly more difficult, but still relatively easy for us to get someone who's watched my YouTube videos, knows that, we have an agency with a service and that I know what I'm talking about, and we put ads in front of that person and get them to convert. It would be more difficult still to go another stage up, and it's not someone that's product aware. They're not aware that they can hire an agency, and that my agency specifically, they're just solution aware of I need to run paid ads. Then we need to take that person, we need to convince them that the agency doing it for them is the right way to go, and then they should work with our agency. So there's extra steps. If you go a step up and you go to people who are problem aware, they're not even aware that you can run paid ads to get clients. So then you need to talk to those people saying things like, not getting any clients, you need to meet them where they're at. So they're at the problem stage. Not getting any clients, did you know you can run paid ads to get clients? Did you know you could run Facebook ads to get clients? Did you know we could do that for you? You see all the extra steps you need to go through, and unaware is obviously the most difficult. So where Facebook advertisers run into problems is that they're running Facebook ads that might be good enough to get their hot audiences retargeting previous customers to buy again. That's relatively easy to do. Most ads are going to be good enough to do that, provided they had a good experience the first time round. They might be good enough to get people who are product aware. They're aware that your solution, your product or service exists, and they're weighing up options between you and your competitors. Maybe not, by the way. Sometimes I've seen advertisers where the campaign's only good enough to get those hot audiences. Those that can get people who are product aware to convert usually last a lot longer in terms of results, and they're much more scalable. There's still obviously a limit because you're taking people who are weighing up your option versus others in many cases. You need a much, much better ad to go a stage up and get people who are solution aware, oh, I could run paid ads, but oh, I didn't know an agency could do it for me. Oh, I didn't know agencies did good results. I didn't know this was a good agency. Maybe I should hire them. You're doing a lot of things. And then obviously the higher up you go, the harder and harder it gets. Take someone all the way from problem aware to purchasing, take someone all the way from unaware to purchasing. Very, very difficult to do. Now, the best ad campaigns can take people that are fully unaware, take them all through the process. If you think about the type of ads that do that and how they're pitched, they're very different from, say, ads that are pitched at hot audiences. So a hot audience might be retargeting existing customers, and it might be as simple as a product image with a bit of a discount for a limited time only, and that might absolutely crush to that audience. Really simple ad, the bar is not that high to get that to work. But if you think about ads that will be pitched all the way at the other end of people that are unaware, you would need to make them aware of the problem, explain the solution, explain why your product is the perfect option to solve that problem, convince them to purchase yours and not someone else's, and take them all the way through. You can probably think of ads that you've seen that do that, and think about how they start. They will start by mentioning the problem. So they're taking people that are completely unaware, they're explaining the problem and then taking them all the way through that they can help you. You think personal injury lawyers will do that sort of advertising all the time. So if you're finding that your ads are literally dying after a few days, it's almost certainly the case that your ads are only good enough to get hot audiences to convert. And even if you're like, yeah, but I'm not retargeting, Meta will find those people anyway. So even if it's to a cold audience, Meta will find you retargeting audiences and you'll burn through those people really, really quickly and then you see a drop off. If you see good results for a little bit longer than that, a week, couple of weeks, and then you see the drop off, it may well be that your ads are good enough to get people who are product aware and you're helping convince them to buy yours instead of someone else's. But if you're not getting past that point, you're probably not good enough to go to the other stages. So yes, it's a case of improving your ads. Better offers, better ad creative. I'll talk about that more in a second. But it's also the messaging that you use starts to become really important. So the first thing I want you to do is identify, are your ads good enough to get which stage to convert, basically. So it might be that only hot audiences, in which case you need to create ads that are aimed at people that are product aware and try and get them to convert. How would you do that? You would emphasize the benefits of your product or service over your competitors. That's how you get product aware people to purchase. If they're already good enough to do that and you're thinking, okay, how can I improve them to go a step up? Again, you need to change the messaging and change the positioning of the advertising. So then you need to go after people who are solution aware. To get people from solution aware to purchase, you need to go that one stage further and say, we know that you can run paid ads to get great results, but did you know that an agency can do it for you? Did you know that this type of product or service that we offer is the perfect answer to the solution you're looking for? If you've already achieved solution aware, you won't be seeing a drop off after days, weeks, probably even months. You'll be able to advertise for much longer. But if you're really trying to scale and improve your return on ad spend, you need to go one step up again and go for people who are problem aware but not solution aware. So those ads would be pitched as, do you have ABC problem? If so, did you know that this perfect solution that we happen to have is going to solve your problem, improve your life, all that sort of stuff. And then if you really want to get very brave and tackle unaware, of course you can, but you need to start by addressing the problem in the first place and letting people know. Were you the subject of an injury in a work environment? Did you know that you can get payment up to the amount of As I said, the personal injury law is the super obvious one in those cases, but you can do it in other scenarios as well. It's improving your offer, improving your creative, but also trying to change your messaging to target people that are at a lower level of awareness and then push them all the way through. And in terms of getting really granular with stuff, because I've seen Facebook advertisers tear their hair out trying to work out, well, hang on, how do I get the messaging right and know that I'm only reaching solution aware people? You don't. Like if you create an ad that's aimed at solution aware people, the messaging isn't going to be perfect for, say, people who are product aware or your hot audiences, but it's fine generally because those people are much more likely to convert anyway. They're much more easier to convert. So don't worry about segmenting out your audiences. I would try and have multiple different ads with different messaging price points, see how they perform to the total audience. If you get it right, you'll most likely see that the ads pitched at people that are less aware will do well. Because if you are product aware and someone starts by talking about your problem, so let's say someone is aware that you can hire a Facebook ads agency to do your Facebook ads for you, and an ad messaging is pitched at, are you struggling to get customers? Did you know that running Facebook ads is a great way to do it? Those people aren't going to be put off by that. They still have the problem and they already know about the solutions. You're reinforcing what they already know. It's not wasted time. It's not like it's not going to work. And then you can lead into the Facebook ads. So if you pitch an ad at a lower level of awareness, you're going to get people who are further down to convert, but it's very unlikely to happen the other way around. If you pitch in going, our Facebook advertising services is amazing. It's so much better than our competitors. Look at all these testimonials. That's a hard sell to people that don't even know you can run Facebook ads to find new customers, which there are lots of people, or don't even know that it's a viable option for their business. And that's very much how I'd like you to think about this awareness framework and how you need to go after your potential customers and change your marketing messaging. Give it a go, and if it really works out, let me know in the comments below. And if you want to know how to create high converting Facebook ads that can be put in front of people that are higher up the awareness ladder and still get them to convert, I'd recommend that you check out this video. In it, I demonstrate a tool that I love that makes it really quick and easy to produce really high quality and high converting ad creative.